Kinds of food on the Stampede Midway. It's challenging during the summer months sometimes to stick to our exercise routine, but for those with type 2 diabetes, it can be even more difficult.
It can even be more difficult, and of course, it has much more severe consequences, right? I mean, it's hard for us, right? So there are more than 10 million Canadians, let's think about that, 10 million Canadians living with diabetes or pre-diabetes right now. And of that group, about 90% struggle with type 2 diabetes. So type 2 is the one that really has everything to do with the lifestyle choices. So as you mentioned, what you're eating and how much exercise you're getting. And of course, those two things are really hard to do well during Stampede and of course during the summer. In fact, type 2 diabetes patient Karen Croker says any kind of holiday is actually tricky. You know, even a dinner party is a challenge. There she is right there. She's checking her blood sugars and she does that regularly. She's on 3 medications. She injects herself with insulin twice a day. And she's had type 2 diabetes since she was 40, and yet she still says summer is difficult.
We do a lot of camping, and I like to travel. So you have to make sure that you have the right food there, because you can't just go running out and buy it, and you have enough of it, and that you also have to bring food to help you with if you have lows. What if you have lows or something, or you get sick when you're on camping? So you have to be prepared for those things too.
You have to be prepared for all of these things, of course. So you have to think about what you're eating, and you have to think about what you're doing for your exercise, whether your blood sugars are too high or too low. Karen finds that she's on a new medication now, and that's a longer-lasting medication. She says that helps her a little bit through the summer months. And diabetes specialist Dr. Lau says exploring your options with your healthcare team is really critical during the summer months, because there might be a new medication on the market, as there is often. And Dr. Lau says, you know, some of these medications are easier to work with during the summer, so you really need to have a conversation with your doctor or with your diabetes educator about what's going to work for you in this challenging time. Because he says getting those blood sugars out of control, even if it's for a short time, like over the summer, even if it's just for a couple of weeks over the summer, can lead to some very serious consequences.
People don't understand sometimes why do I have to keep my sugars in the normal range, because many people don't realize that if the sugars are high for long periods of time, that can affect a number of organs. And as you're well aware, diabetes is a leading cause of blindness in North America, leading cause of kidney failure, and leading cause of nerve damage. So these are serious long-term complications that we can actually totally prevent, if not slow down, for those people who have the condition by managing the sugars and so on.
So very serious complications for sure. But that said, Dr. Lau says, you know, you shouldn't let your type 2 diabetes run your life, right? You shouldn't not go to Stampede. You shouldn't not go camping. But what he's saying is you need to take ownership of your disease so that you can control it and you can manage your highs and lows throughout the summer, so you can lead a life that's normal and have fun during the summer and go out to Stampede and have a good time. That's what he's suggesting. And Karen says, you know, this time of year, it's kind of easy if you think about it in a different way. So she says, you know, fresh fruit is available right now. That's a nice alternative to all those desserts that are out there. And she says it's nice outside, so go outside and take a walk and get your exercise outside. So just try to reframe it in your brain so that you can enjoy the summer months and manage your type 2 diabetes as well.
Summer doesn't have to be about churros.
It doesn't have to be about churros as much as we love them.
As much as we love it. More on your blog.
Yes, you bet.
breakfasttelevision.ca. That's